You know, when I look at the camera screen, it looks like there's like a nuke going off outside or something, but it's not. It's just a snowy day. Anyway, Bob. Okay, so the intro, it's gonna go something like this. That's not the intro, it's the main riff. Anyway, so what's going on here is on the G and C strings, form this shape with your hand, and then be prepared to, you know, put your ring finger on there to hit the. So first note, open D, and then G7, C6. Hit the G7, slide up to 8, and then hit the C7, G8, D9, slide down. Could also like slide up into that first G7, but I don't think he does that in the Woodstock version. I've also seen him play this with his thumb before. Whoops. And then we have this run, this kind of run down to the main riff here. And the run is going to go like so you start out the same way with, and then hit the G7 again. Well, first I'll play it slowly and then kind of break it down. So we start out the same way with the, instead of sliding up, we just hit the G7, and then C6 with the open G, hammer onto 7, play it again, well just the 7, and then pull off down to 6 again, down to the G7 again, and then a quick G6, hammer onto 7, pull off to 6, and then repeat that kind of down the string. So, and after you do it on A, slap the B7 and slide down. Okay, now we're at the main riff. Okay, now I'll play that again but slower. Okay, so we're going to start with a slap on B2, quick hammer onto 3. Then do an up strum to hit the this bar chord here at G and C2. Do a muted strum down. Up strum again. And then slap B3, pull off to 2, and then open B. And be sure to kill that open B, you know, with your left or right hand. So. with your right hand, you could do it like. And the last one's going to be an up strum hitting the open G and C strings. And then a slide up to B12 and down, and then you know, the rest of the band comes in. So. Okay, and then the vocals come in, and the main riff is going to continue, but we have these moments of. So to play that slowly. So we're going to start the main riff like normal. But then we're going to strum down and hammer on to 3. But it's not 3 on the same strings, it is 3 on the 2 strings up, so, or I guess it'd be 1 string over for each. 3 on D and G. And then 2 strums with that. And then pop the open C. Then we're over at E4. I think it's either 3 or 4 slaps, so it's like, or. So far we have. Slide down, and then hit B1 and slide up to B9 and down again. I don't think less slaps the 9, but I do. But I do it like. So to recap. And then continue, you know, with. So after the first verse, the main riff is going to continue, but we have this little fill here, this double strum on G and C open. Okay, then we go into the second verse, and after the second verse is the more intense part of the song. So we're going to pop the middle 2 strings, A and D, at 2, you know, bar chord in the middle 2 strings here. Slide up to 9, slap E11, and then slap B9 and slide down. And the third time, instead of B9, it's 10, 11, 12. Which I think he might slap all of those. I slap 10, hammer on 11, then slap 12, and then slide down. So that's the third time, and then the fourth time is 9 again. Okay, so I'll play that 2 times, and then we're back into the verses for the third verse, and after that is the heavier part again. And after that, we are back into the intro riff. And it's going to have the same little, you know, run down to the verses riff. So now we're at the guitar solo. So the first fill during the guitar solo, again looking at the Woodstock version, is this. So it's the same thing, you know, that goes on during the vocals, but it's abridged. So, and then slap on E, and then open C pop, E4, sorry. And then he does these muted strums. So, you know, instead of doing, you're going. And then we have this kind of slow slide up to B9. And then into just the 3, you know, 2, 0 of the main riff. And that's really fun if you have a delay pedal. I don't have one, but to kind of imitate. And then we have this fill. So that's a strum at the 7th harmonic, and then slide up to E12, and then a muted slide down on B12. So again. And then we have a bit of muted strumming into the final verse, so back to the and then after that it's the outro, and the outro is just the intro. And it's fun to draw that out as long as possible, you know. So there you go, that's Bob.